Season 5 of the blockbuster series The Chosen hits theaters Friday. This season focuses on the final week of Jesus' life on earth. CBN's Ephraim Grand traveled to Texas to bring us behind-the-scenes look at the production and its personal impact on the cast.
Listen carefully, because I'm going to tell you what is about to happen.
And with that, the table is set for the chosen Last Supper.
So I know that when we're looking at season 5, we'll be looking at Holy Week.
Yeah.
How would you describe the arc, what plays out in this season for Jesus?
Steamroller, Bulldozer, intensity, just a melee of emotions and conflicts, climaxes of conflicts between Jesus and the authorities, climactic frustrations between Jesus and his disciples, their inability to get what he's telling them within days of it happening.
Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem.
You can run on for a long time.
My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of thieves!
By what authority are you doing these things?
My own! Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees!
Stop this at once!
It'll be the most beautiful, most complex, most intense season we've ever done.
That beauty, complexity, and intensity includes Jesus' betrayal. Luke Dimyon plays Judas.
You have a choice to make, Judas. I'm listening. Who you belong to.
Luke, how familiar were you with Judas's role in the story before coming to The Chosen?
I was very familiar. I grew up very familiar and having read the Bible. And even at a very young age, I was curious and always questioning why the hate on this guy who obviously felt so bad for what he did, the thing that we hate him for, that he sadly committed suicide. And that never just sat right with me, the kind of blind distaste we had for him, because whenever I read that story, I just saw a missed opportunity in an entire dogma that's supposed to be about forgiveness and rebirth from the misdeeds that you've done. To look at someone who had the opportunity to have the biggest redemption arc and to lose that's a tragedy to me. That's not someone to hate, that's someone to mourn.
I do believe that Jesus is most likely the Messiah.
Why?
Why what?
Why do you believe that?
I've seen too much.
Then why are you doing this?
I suppose I have not seen enough.
We traveled to Dallas to see the cast hard at work on the production's massive sound stages and intricate sets.
I feel like every season this production grows.
Yeah.
How would you compare? What's strikingly different about the work this season? I know we're getting close to the end of production. What's strikingly different this time around?
I think, you know what's funny about it? That everything on the surface is gigantic and bigger and more, everything on the surface, the sets are bigger. There's more people. We were in Utah 3 weeks with 600 people every day. Everything grows.
Yeah.
However, I think the beauty is that the actual work has not changed at all. It's still a mom and papa shop doing its own thing, like 3 writers, 3 writers, a very close-knit group of performers and creators and crew. So that's the beauty. It's like everything around it grew, but it's still the same very family feel. Everybody's still best friends. We didn't let it go to our heads, the fact that the show is going places, And that's the beauty, that it's the same kind of heart. The spirit and the heart is the same. But yes, of course, the sets are huge and there's a lot of people and the show has grown. But I don't know, I love that we are still the same.
We started, there's a lot of the studio is fund something from the top and then hopefully you get like a top-down result. And we've just been the opposite. We've been bottom up. We grew from the grass that couldn't grow to where we are now, and it's that, as he says, that grassroots mom and pop feel.
What began as a small crowd-funded series is now a worldwide hit, watched on big screens, streamed on small screens, with 2 seasons yet to produce.
We are in season 5. You now have less road ahead of you and more behind you.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I mean, I've been sad, to be honest, just because we're just so close and connected, and we're a big family here. So I'm not gonna lie, I've been a bit emotional this season.
It's really mixed feelings. I don't think I really expected it to happen so quickly. I thought maybe over the course of many years we'll get to season 7, but I've been so surprised by how quickly it's grown, and that's allowed us to make the seasons faster. So it's just, at first it was this sort of slow, gradual growth, and now it feels like it's sped up, and it feels like it's going away.
So we're like chasing it.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we want you back. Yeah.
You guys are both naturally so intimately involved in this story. How has it changed you personally over the course of these last few years?
I've learned, it's actually made me more confident. I've learned a lot about myself, and I give that full credit to the writers, the showrunners, just giving Matthew this kind of personality and body and depth.
I mean, when I first booked the role, I was very similar to the Lilith version of Mary. I really connected to that. I was going through a depression. I was struggling with a lot of pain and anxieties, and so over the course of these years, I feel like I've been allowed to change and grow alongside Mary. She's sort of been like this guide of showing me the path to a really fulfilling and joyful life.
Finding personal joy in Jesus' story is a running theme on and off screen.
I ask that you keep your distance from me in Jerusalem these next few days.
Why?
For those of us who watch intimately, we all describe this project as life-changing for us. You being so heavily involved in leading it, has this changed your life?
100%. I mean, it's changed my relationship with God in that it has deepened it and profoundly and made me want to be more like Jesus in my day-to-day life, not just to play him. And one of the things that keep hitting me is like, you don't have to play Jesus on TV to be Jesus to the world. And I think that's what we're all called to do as believers.
The hour is coming.
Ephraim Graham, CBN News, Dallas, Texas.
Well, I'm here with The Chosen's #1 fan, Ashley Key. So are you looking forward to this? Are you going to go to the opening on Friday?
Absolutely, yes. I'm so excited, and I'm truly blessed to have been on set, a couple seasons ago. I've seen those amazing sound stages, and I think there's been more that's been created since I've been there. And I just am always in awe of just how they keep raising the bar, and not just in production, but just storytelling and all the things. And I'm looking forward to the certain scenes and stories that we've read so many times in the Bible, and seeing that depicted in The Chosen. I'm really excited to watch that.
What about the controversies that sometimes it's extra biblical, that that's not what it's sort of added to the Bible? What do you think of that?
Well, I mean, listen, they're very open, and they've said from the beginning, Dallas Jenkins and the writers have said from the beginning, listen, we try to be biblically accurate, and we are in certain ways, but then we take creative liberty to expand on different things. And I mean, the language that they're speaking is not the accurate language that the disciples and Jesus were speaking. So obviously other Christian-based...
Done it in Aramaic, is it?
Well, I mean, a lot of critics say that, but I think The Chosen knows, and I've spoken to different producers over the years as well, they are not trying to take the role from the church. They understand they are not the church. They are hoping and praying that this is a tool, and I believe it is being used as a tool to help preach the gospel and ultimately just bring people closer to Jesus. So I believe that that's happening.
And that's the great thing about this. It's introducing the stories of the Bible
Right.
to a whole new audience in ways that they find very acceptable, and saying, okay, and now hopefully that creates a hunger that,
Exactly.
yes,
Yes.
let's go.
Right.
Let's
go to the source.
Let's read the Bible.
Yes.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I encourage everyone, The Chosen will roll out in three theatrical releases. It's beginning this Friday. Part 2 will be in theaters April 4th, and then Part 3 will be in theaters on April 11th, all in time for Easter. It will be available for streaming on Prime Video in June. And so for more information, all you have to do is go to cbnnews.com.